Welcome, 6th graders, to the answers for the 4th lesson of Unit 5. I can't believe we've already been doing online learning for a month, but we have. This is the end of the 4th week, so it's been a month. This week was a little lighter than last week. You only had one assignment outside of the discussion boards and the quiz. The assignment was titled Analyzing Infographics. In the PDF document for the week, there were 5 infographics that you needed to look at and interpret what they were trying to teach you. The first one looked like this, and it was all about what the average American uses energy for and how we get it. The majority of the energy that we use comes in the form of electricity. All of our appliances and household items use electricity. We also use a lot of gasoline. We get our electricity mostly from coal and nuclear plants, and alternative energy sources only make up about 10% of how we generate our electricity. So here is the graphic organizer, and if you had any questions, you were supposed to write it over here, but this is everything we just talked about. The second infographic was about the power of the sun, and one of the questions on this week's quiz had to do with this infographic. In 1 second, the sun creates enough energy to meet the needs of the world for 500,000 years. The problem is that it's so far away that we have a hard time getting that energy. It takes 8 minutes for the light from the sun to travel to the earth. So for as powerful as the sun is, solar power only makes up about 1% of the energy production in the world because it's so hard to harness the energy of the sun. And if you had any questions, you could have put them over here. The third infographic had to do with coal and how it's extracted and used. Coal is primarily produced and used by industrialized countries, as you can see over here. And as you can see, there's many problems associated with using coal to generate electricity, but it's just so cheap that we continue to use it. The world is making progress to get away from using coal, but it still produces 41% of all of the electricity in the world. So your graphic organizers should be looking similar to this, and maybe some questions over in the third column though. The fourth infographic had to do with greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and how they are raising the average temperature of the earth. The cause of greenhouse gases are things like cars and light bulbs and appliances and cow farts, and these greenhouse gases are cleaned up by trees, but as we learned in Unit 3, the rising of the world population and the industrialization of the world is causing us to cut trees down faster than they can grow. So here's another look at our graphic organizer. Finally, our fifth infographic has to do with wind energy in America. So when we talked earlier about solar power, it didn't look very good. But wind power is an alternative energy source that America is doing a great job developing. The part over on the right here shows what the U.S. is investing in order to produce energy. And like I said, we're trying our best to get away from coal. It's just going to take a while because it's so cheap. But mainly we've been investing in trying to use more wind power and natural gas. So that wraps it up for the week. Have a great weekend, and I will see you back here when I go over Lesson 5 next week, next Friday. So, bye.